what actually happens during Catholic Mass. You walk into a church, sit down, and everyone starts standing and sitting at different times. If you've never been to a Catholic Mass, it can feel confusing. But here's what's really going on. Mass isn't just a religious service. Catholics believe it's the most powerful thing happening on earth at that moment. Why? Because something supernatural is taking place. Let me break it down. Mass has two main parts. The first is called the Liturgy of the Word. This is where we hear readings from the Bible. Usually there are three. One from the Old Testament, one from the letters of the early church, and one from the Gospels about Jesus' life. Then the priest gives a homily, which is basically a short talk explaining how these readings connect to our lives today. We're not just listening to ancient stories, we're hearing God speak to us right now in this moment. Then comes the Liturgy of the Eucharist. This is where things get intense. The priest takes bread and wine and repeats the exact words Jesus said at the Last Supper. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus took bread and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." Then he took a cup and said, "Drink from it, all of you, for this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins." Catholics don't believe this is symbolic. We believe the bread and wine actually become the body and blood of Jesus Christ. The same Jesus who died on the cross 2,000 years ago becomes present on that altar. The Catechism, paragraph 1324, calls the Eucharist the source and summit of the Christian life. Think about that. The God who created the universe makes himself small enough to come to us in the form of bread and wine. That's why people kneel. That's why there's reverence and silence. When Catholics go forward to receive communion, we're not just remembering Jesus, we're actually receiving him. It's the closest we can physically get to God while we're still on earth. So when you see people at Mass standing, kneeling, and praying, they're not just going through motions. They're participating in something that connects heaven and earth. They're encountering Jesus in the most real way possible. If you've been curious about Mass, now you know what's happening. And if you're Catholic and you've been going through the motions, maybe it's time to really think about what you're part of. Drop a comment if this helped you understand Mass better. And follow for more Catholic content that breaks things down like this.